I was really excited when I first saw Watch Dogs at E3. It was E3 2012. I was a small, naive 12-year-old huddled in front of my mother's old virus-infested Windows XP with my brother when we saw it. A mysterious and beautiful trailer for a game about a hacker that was taking justice into his own hands. I was amazed by the graphics and the character's ability to shape the world around him with just a phone. I even went as far as to name my PSN account after the game. I was ready and very excited for the game. I would always look online for updates on the status of the game and was eagerly awaiting the release date. But as most 12-year-olds do, I forgot about it. So when the game finally rolled around, my love for the game was renewed. But then the reviews came in. It was described as everything from nothing special to a disappointment. And I kept seeing article after article about how the devs lied about the graphics in the game. So after all that, and the fact that I was 12 and I had no money, I never got the game. I want to make it clear that my judgment of the game might be clouded because for so long I was told the game was shit. Even my own brother, who bought it a couple months before me, said it was garbage and a waste of time. I later found out that he hadn't made it past the first few hours of gameplay. So when I saw the game was free on Xbox Games for Gold, I thought, what the hell, I might as well try it. So after a build-up of 5 years thinking this game was some awful piece of garbage on the same level as Sonic 06 and Bad Rats, I was blown away. I was immediately immersed and interested. Who is this edgy guy in the trench coat beating up a thug in a baseball stadium? Who is this guy who looks plucked right out of a nightclub in 1985? And what the fuck, did he just stab him? Who are all these guys in the ground? What happened? And after hearing that the game's story was apparently so bad it could have been written by an 8-year-old, I was blown away. My expectations for this game were so low, it quickly became one of my top 5 favorite games. The game is very immersive. I always get really into the missions and look for the best way to get around without killing or being spotted. The convoy hits truly make you feel like a hitman. You calmly pull over and wait for your victim. Maybe check the time, hack someone's phone, then bam! A second later you're pumping 3 rounds into the front of an SUV before hopping on your motorcycle and going on an action-packed chase across Chicago, with kick-ass music, where you slowly pick off cars using anything from traffic lights, roadblocks, and bridges. Driving in the game has been a highly criticized aspect. I really enjoyed it. It's no GTA 5, but I like the weight of the vehicles. The only gripe I have is that some of the sports cars accelerate too quickly, and you can barely control the speed. It's either 0 or 100. The controls can be slightly confusing when in a panic, but that might just be because I'm a mouth-breathing idiot. While sitting on the couch playing this, both my brother and my stepdad pointed out that the cars didn't look like they were moving, and that the tires looked completely static, as if the vehicles were floating. I never noticed it though because when I'm driving, I never look at the car. I look where I'm going. I really like the way the cars look in this, especially the motorcycles. Ubisoft did a good job choosing cool vehicles and did a good job creating the models in the game to look realistic. And driving a motorcycle through Chicago at night in the rain really gives you a vigilante Batman vibe. Speaking of graphics, Ubisoft was heavily criticized after the in-game graphics were not even close to the ones at the E3 demo. I don't really care about graphics anymore after spending years playing on a shitty computer that uses onboard graphics. But there's one thing in the game that thoroughly triggered me when I saw it. The Sister's model. The Sister's model is so low quality compared to everyone else's. I mean, look at Aiden's. He has facial hair, you can see wrinkles and pores, normal shit. Now look at this guy. He too has facial hair, human pores, human eyes, normal shit, again. Now look at this poor woman's face. It's completely clean. It looks like some placeholder model that was used in cutscenes before they had a final design for the character.
Bruh, look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no. Look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.
One of my favorite things about the game is that it really makes you think about who you are and what you are doing, and whether you're the good guy or the bad guy. The reputation system is cool and can influence how you play the game. If you don't want the city to think you're a psychopathic terrorist, you'll drive safer and you won't smash into a large group of people or get into a huge gunfight with the police. You'll be more stealthy and do more contract missions. And what you choose to do will actually change the game. I once got in a huge gunfight with police where I accidentally smashed into a large crowd of civilians and murdered many police officers. This really tanked my reputation, and later when I was driving, I heard of them talking on the news about me, calling me a terrorist and a hacker, and how the city will be increasing security and police presence until I'm caught.
Vigilante Aiden Pierce has struck again. He's been terrorizing citizens in the name of justice for months now, and people have had enough. Some are even referring to Pierce as a terrorist. But does Aiden Pierce fit the profile of a terrorist? That's not entirely clear.
This also might sound stupid, but I was once running around looking for a car to steal, and I had the profile out. I saw a woman whose profile said recovering alcoholic, and without really paying much attention, I didn't steal her car, because in the back of my mind I thought I would make her relapse. Also seeing the profiles of gang members that say single father or security guards who served in the military. It really deters you from murdering people and pushes you to do an all stealth run. But I am really interested in how the game would be affected if I was completely evil, and I plan on doing another run of the game where I do just that. All in all, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. Even though Ubisoft may have lied about the graphics, I wish more people liked this game as much as I do. I've never seen a game like it before. It's very unique. In a new world of clones, a new and interesting IP is what we needed. The fact that the game wasn't a huge success is very disappointing to me, and sets a bad precedent for future games. It doesn't encourage companies to create unique ideas. The game has a cool dark aesthetic that reminds me of a comic book and has fun gameplay and combat, as well as a great stealth system. But the game has an okay story, and bad driving animations. I don't want to give it a number grade, so I'll say it's good. I would buy it if you haven't played it, especially if you have an Xbox One, because it's free as of the recording of this video.